Good afternoon, ladies and gentle gamers. My name's on the channel, and you're watching it right now. So, about the Epic Mickey video, I'm gonna have to delay that for now. That's taken a little bit longer than I figured it would. But, until then, let me hit you with a new video about a different game that I have completed. It's called Yokai Watch. It's actually a really fun little game. Okay, so let me explain this to you. So, Yokai Watch is a game based around befriending creatures called yokai. These creatures, yokai, come from Japanese lore and stuff, or Japanese, like, you know how here in America we kind of talk about, like, vampires and Bigfoot and stuff? Or how, like, the Tooth Fairy to... Yeah, like, you know how we will talk about the Tooth Fairy coming at night to, like, take, the teeth from under your pillow. It's essentially like that for Japanese people. Not the teeth part, but, like, the little fairy monster part. These are essentially like monsters from Japanese folklore. Okay? So... this game is based around a system of battling and befriending these creatures called yokai. It's kind of like Pokemon, except there's a little less choice in battle, but that's okay. Now, I will be talking about the first game, Yokai Watch, the first one. Came out in 2015 for the Nintendo 3DS. So, this game is actually really fun. I 100% completed this game back in 2016, 2017. That was around when I completed it. Not 100% completed it, but like went through the story and got a bunch of yokai and stuff. And I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It has a good story, plot, the humor it can be really funny when it wants to be. And the gameplay is actually really fun. So, let me talk about the story for a little bit. The story of this game centers around you, the character. You can either play as Nate, the boy, or Katie, the girl. You can choose between the two. You can also choose the name if you want to. That's kind of optional, but it's whatever you want to do. So anyways, in the story, you start out as an average boy. I'm going to be talking about the male character, Nate, here, because that's the one I played. In the game, you start out as Nate, an average boy in an average town called Springdale, called Springdale. And, excuse me. And one day, while you're hunting for bugs with your friends, you decide to go out into the forest to look for a really rare bug to impress all your friends. As you're out in the forest looking for bugs, you notice a big tree in the center of a clearing with this sort of capsule machine sitting at the front of it. It looks like it's made of stone and stuff. So you walk up to this capsule machine, and it starts saying creepy things like "feed me." You walk up to it, and it says "feed me," like in a creepy sing-song voice, okay? And so you put the coin in, and out comes this capsule. It looks like it's a rock or something. You open up the capsule, and out comes, like, a bunch of flashy lights and crazy flashy lights and stuff, okay? And out comes a yokai named Whisper. Now, Whisper is, like, the guy that follows you around the whole game. He follows you around, he teaches you how to play the game, he tells you important stuff about plot, you know, explains stuff to you, and is generally funny, actually. He's pretty funny. Not in the way, like, he makes jokes, but in the way, like, you laugh at him. He's pretty funny. And this cutscene in particular, this opening cutscene, is actually really good to look at with the 3D feature on when you're playing this on the 3DS, because this game is for only 3DS. And, so from there on, because you have freed Whisper from the capsule that he was put in for reasons he did not tell you, he becomes your yokai butler. And so, and as a gift, he also gives you the Yokai Watch. Now, the Yokai Watch is important because this is the main system that you use to find the yokai and battle them. So the Yokai Watch, it's a watch, it's a big watch, it's white, and it's got a little bubble on the top. And he explains to you that you need to open it and find a yokai that's nearby. Anyways, and the lens, you look through it and you're able to find yokai through that, the light that comes out of it or whatever. And when you fight a yokai, after you defeat it, sometimes it will come up to you and ask you if you want to be its friend. Because in this game, you befriend yokai, you don't catch them like in Pokemon. And so, if you say yes, it will give you a yokai medal with a picture of its face on it. Okay? And the way to summon these yokai is you take the watch, you take the medal, you open up the lid to the watch, you put the medal into the watch, you close the lid, you say, "Come on out, my friend, calling," and then you say the name of the yokai. And so, for the first part of the game, like the first hour or so, you're running around and trying to do things to find yokai. But then, you find yokai that are trying to do bad things. Like they're trying to open these weird seals and unleash big monsters upon the world. And so it is your job to find out who's doing them and to put a stop to them. Okay? And so... sorry, excuse me. And so for the rest of your game, you go around battling bosses and trying to save the town of Springdale and ultimately the world from these huge yokai monsters that are coming out of the yokai world. And so I'm going to spoil it a little bit, sorry. Spoilers for this game are happening now. Okay, good, just to let everybody know. So, you find out that the leader of the yokai world has turned into an evil, corrupt leader, and he is trying to, I think it was either take over the human world or merge the yokai and human world. It was one of the two. Anyways, so you have to put a stop to him, and he has like 2 forms. I don't remember this yokai's name, but he has 2 forms, okay? There's his first form, and you fight him, and you beat the first form. Then you leave the yokai world, and then you go out into the tree, and a bunch of yokai are there to congratulate you. But then, all of a sudden, the guy comes back in his second form, okay? And this is the second form that you have to beat and utterly beat him to win the game, okay? And these boss battles are all really tough. And I think there's about, let me think, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 boss battles in the game. And they're all really hard, okay? But once you beat the boss at the end, you get a cool little cutscene. This is like the coolest cutscene of all. And just, this game is really good to look at in 3D. But anyways, it's heart-wrenching, it's sad and stuff. But once you complete the game, there's also more game you complete, because there is this little thing that you can find called it was some sort of dungeon. I don't remember the name for it, but it was like a dungeon thing that you can do, and it's like a New Game Plus, pretty much. And so you can go through that and, refight all the monsters, but they're way harder and stuff. So, yeah. That's a really short, not very good synopsis on the plot of Yokai Watch, but you'd have to play this game to really experience it. And I think there's... how many... looking at the back of the box here. There's over 200 different yokai to fight, battle, and collect. And befriend, And there are also special legendary yokai that you can collect, too. And there are, I think, 7 classes of yokai that you can collect. And it's really cool. And you can also battle other people. I think it was online. No, okay, it wasn't online. You can battle other people with copies of the game locally. And so that's really cool. The only reason it's not like a local download play thing The reason it's not that is because, like, you have to have your own yokai and stuff. It's a little bit more complicated than, like, Mario Kart 7, where you would just pick your racer and just go off and race, you know. So, anyways, that's Yokai Watch, and it's a really fun game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And they actually made a second Yokai Watch, a third Yokai Watch, and the fourth one recently came out for Switch, I believe. So yeah, they made the first three for 3DS, but then the fourth one came out, and that one was for Switch. I have not yet played the third or the fourth Yokai Watch, because I haven't had the time to find a copy of the third one and play it, and I do not own the Switch or the fourth one, so I can't play the fourth one. But I've heard it's really good. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. So anyways, yeah, that's that. That's Yokai Watch. It's a really fun game, and I encourage everyone that owns a 3DS to go out and find a copy and play it, because it is a really fun alternative to Pokemon. Oh, and one, just a repeat from the beginning of the video on Epic Mickey is being put on hold because it's taking longer to make than I originally thought it would. So, yeah. But I am working on it. Rest assured, I'm working on it. It's just taking a while to come out. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you like this video, you know, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I mean, dislike it. But I mean, I don't know. It makes me sad. It makes me sad when you dislike my video. So, yeah. And it would really mean the world to me if you subscribed. But because I mean, I like it when people subscribe, because I get to communicate with them through the comments. I don't like have a direct messaging system set up yet, but yeah, if you want to like hit me up in the comments and ask me questions about the game, then I will do that. And I don't know if that guy in the comments of the last video saw it, but I did reply to the message. I can't remember the name of that guy. It wasn't Corndog, it was the other guy. I don't remember his name, but he wrote his comment in Spanish. And I replied to that comment. And I just want to say it on here, it really does mean the world to me that you want to help grow my channel. So thank you for helping. And everyone else that has subscribed and looked at my videos. But anyways, I have to go now. That's the end of the video, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.